Hey, how'd you get life insurance, guys? Don't they know you're in the danger zone? You know what I like about this game? Besides the fact that I get to blow up communists, it's that it didn't f*** around and waste time at the naming meeting. It's called Lock On, which is like, that's one step away from calling it f*** yeah. If Lock On was in charge, Street Fighter would have been called Kill People. Resident Evil would have been Kill Dead People. Tomb Raider would be Lock On to Tits because there's no planes, otherwise we'd be killing more people. See, that's way too long, and which is why Lock On's not in charge. But you know what? It should be. Released back in 1993, Lock On is a badass flight game with a totally wasted soundtrack. In fact, I have no idea what the music even sounds like, because the only way to play this is while blasting Kenny Loggins. Believe me, your neighbors won't say a word. And if they do, fine, because now you know which of your neighbors are pussies. So next time you have girls over, you blast Kenny Loggins again, even louder. And when they come over to complain about it, you show them all the girls in your apartment. And then, when they try to play it cool, like they're also in the danger zone, that's when you punch them in the ribs. That's a classic art of distraction. And that's what Lock On's all about. So Lock On is basically Pilotwings with missiles, and Russians, and balls. Plays a guy named Jake Steele. Holy shit, Lock On. You just refuse to miss, don't you? Anyway, you have ground targets to blow up and planes to shoot down. There's a general who tries to kill the mood with way too many details and stupid sound effects. But fortunately, it's not long before you're in the skies, strapped inside a deadly metal tube, traveling at the speed of sound with explosive death canisters just inches from your penis. Just like nature intended. Now, there are only 8 levels, as well as a couple bonus missions, but seriously, the gameplay's so much fun, it doesn't even matter. Lock On controls perfectly. You steer with a D-pad, you can do barrel rolls and badass flips. Not only is it tight, but it's totally arcadey, so you don't have to worry about the things that bog down realistic flight games. The only thing you need to worry about is how awesome you are. Now, you technically have limited ammunition, but I couldn't have possibly been more wasteful with my missiles, and I still never ran out. I can only imagine what it looked like from the ground. With all those fireworks, must have been like ancient China in the sky. I guess the more important limit is your fuel. You do run out of that, which really puts a damper on the Kenny Loggins, so you probably should keep an eye on that one. The game's actually kind of impressive technically too. The Super NES had this fancy new graphics technique called Mode 7, which in this case could simulate the feeling of forward movement. And it was used that way in a lot of games. F-Zero, Pilotwings, Mario Kart, the more popular examples. But Lock On does a really nice job with it too. It really creates a sense of both speed and height. So even though it's just some ancient 16-bit flight game, the flying is, surprisingly, still pretty awesome. Listen, I'm not saying this is some Super Nintendo classic. It's not. It's short, the missions are repetitive, the environments aren't very diverse. Seriously, who gives a f***? This is a fun, badass flight game that still plays pretty well. If you like Star Fox, or Pilotwings, or obviously Kenny Loggins, you gotta check out Lock On for the Super Nintendo. Big thanks to our friend Ben from Buffalo, New York for sending this in. Seriously, this game made me very happy.